Hello, in this video we are looking at the circular flow model and particular injections and withdrawals. Now remember our circular flow model, we've got 5 sectors, we've completed it all. We have households, and households will provide factors of production and so labour and brilliant ideas and all of that to the producers in return for payments, and the producers provide goods and services. We have the government, who will collect income tax and pay subsidies to producers and transfer payments to households. We've got our finance sector up there at the top, which provide mortgages to households and loans for investments to producers, and in return they receive interest and our savings. And then we have our export and import sector overseas, which brings in export receipts if we can sell stuff, and we send money out when we purchase things. Now we're looking at how these blue arrows, how we can change the amount that's going around in them. And this is called injections or withdrawals. So an injection is money flowing into the economy. So it's not money that's already going around, it's new money coming in. That can come from 3 ways. We can get investment spending. So there might be people choosing to borrow some more money or take money out of savings and spend it on building their businesses up. They might be buying new equipment or expanding in some way. Government spending. This is when the government can spend some of their tax money and increase the jobs that are going on at the moment. So right now, you might have heard in the news that they're talking about looking for shovel-ready products, which are products that are able to get started right now, so they can get people working and start spending the money that will increase jobs and help more flow around our economy. And lastly, we can get injections through export receipts. So that is when we sell things overseas and we receive money for them. Now all these 3 will increase the amount of money flowing around in the economy. Now there are flow-ons from that. That leads to increased employment as producers make more to send overseas, or build new equipment and expand their operations. So as they make more money, they can expand what's going on. They might employ someone to work for a few extra hours, which will mean that that household has more money. We'll move on to flow-ons in a minute. Withdrawals decrease the level of economic activity. We can have taxes, savings, or import payments. All of these things take money out of our circular flow. If you have savings and you just sit them in the bank account, it's not flowing through the economy. It's not helping give people jobs. If the government was to take more money in tax and not spend it and use it to pay off overseas debt or something like that, then that's taking money out of the economy. And if we buy too many things from overseas, that's doing it as well. So you may have seen some buy local, support small business type advertising recently. That's why it helps with the, stop withdrawals. Okay, some flow-on effects. A flow-on effect is what happens next. So something will happen that will be an injection or a withdrawal. What's going to happen? So think about your life. Think about flow-on effects. If you went running every single day in lockdown, you would be really fit right now. If you spent every day on the couch, you might be the opposite. If a business has increased export receipts, so they've got sending more of their product overseas, so they're earning more money, then the flow-on effect is that they'll have more money to put in their business, and they might choose to employ someone or increase their hours, or spend their money expanding somehow, and then they might have to pay someone to set up the expansion. What we need to look at is how these things flow around in the economy. So for your assignment, we're looking at something that will cause an injection or a withdrawal, and you need to be able to talk about the flow-ons and how it all fits into our model. So we've got a little example here with a household. If we have an increase in income tax, that is going to reduce the income that the household has to spend. So that is a withdrawal. And what are you going to do? If a household has less money to spend, they've got two options really. They can save less or spend less. If they save less, then that just means that less money is being taken out again because it's going, the money that they were putting into savings is just going to be spent. Or if they spend less, there will be less money going around in our circular flow. If they spend less, then they won't be buying products from the producers, so the producers will have less income, and then the producers won't be able to produce as much because they won't have the same money, and that can have an impact because they might have to reduce somebody's hours, or they might have to work less time or something like that. And that's how it can flow through in our circular flow model.